Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another round of Way of the Hunter. We finished all of our missions that actually require us to check out a whole lot of herds before we actually do something. And now we can actually get to what I like to consider the main bulk of missions on Nez Perce, which is just the missions where we wander around a lot and just shoot whatever is appropriate for our missions. Now, yesterday we finished the pheasants. Oh, and we have this bug again where we get all the markers on the map. Okay. Get rid of those. Yesterday we finished our pheasant missions. So today we are basically going to continue the main missions. And the missions that require us to go to certain places. And then once we have finished those go to certain places missions, we are just going to go from question mark to question mark and shoot anything that is appropriate for our missions along the way. That is what I find to be the most enjoyable way to go about the missions, because that way you are not desperately looking for a single specific animal all the time. You're not obsessing over a single mission. You're just having fun and just hunting whatever is being good to hunt at this time.
Dear River, I've already told you 1,000,000 times, but I'll say it 1,000,000,000. Thank you so much for helping me with Bear Den Ranch. Restaurants always place their orders with me by email. I think you wrote down my email password when you visited me in hospital. I don't trust the Postal Service enough to write it down here. I couldn't be happier to hear that you started hunting again, despite your father's disapproval. You're an adult now. You can make your own decisions. When he found out you were hunting with me as a kid without permission and forbid you to ever visit me again, it broke my heart forever. So in a medical sense, this will help to heal the physical scars that share my heart tissue with the metaphorical ones. Do you remember Hollywood? The little fawn you named when we saw him no older than a few weeks?
Oh, and I just realized I have a controller connected. Why do I have that?
Well, that muley is an old gentleman now, and unfortunately he has abnormal antlers just like his father. It's a genetic trait that would spread further. I have one request. Taxidermy him for this nostalgic old man and put him right next to his father in the lodge. He is the only trophy I left there. The rest I had my friend Bustin' Dustin move to a bigger place. Do you believe there's such a thing as too many trophies? I'll pay for this taxidermy, but for any others, you will have to save your own money. P.S. I wanted to shoot him many times, but every time my finger froze on the trigger because I think of him as yours. P.S. 2. I have so little to do at the hospital, I decided to draw a little present for you. It's a comic story about the summers you spent in Nez Perce Valley as a kid.
So yeah, we'll get into taxidermy a bit later, but as the letter says, you will usually have to pay for taxidermy, and there's a few strings attached that I'm going to mention when we get there.
I decided to draw some situations we never talked about, and perhaps it'll be easier this way. Maybe you completely forgot about some. Maybe some still linger in you the same way they do in me. Expect more. Your loving Grandpa.
Grandpa has some talent. Alright, so these are comic stories which only exist on Nez Perce Valley. There's a total of 5 of them, so let's get into it.
It was summer 2002, and 10-year-old River was about to spend his first holiday with his grandparents. River could feel the adventure and mischief in his young bones. Why has River never visited his grandparents before?
Wow! Dad! Dad!
What? Asked his father.
There was a deer! Which one is a white butt? Mule deer or white-tailed deer? It has to be white-tailed, right?
I don't know.
Grandpa will know.
Because my father-in-law knows everything.
A few hours later, River was finally in Nez Perce Valley, and his joy was matched only by that of his grandparents. But not everyone shared their elation.
Grandpa! was probably a white-tailed because he had a white butt.
Mule deer also have white butts.
How can you tell the difference?
Wallace,
Richard,
I want to speak to you in private.
River was amazed when he entered the lodge. The walls seemed bigger somehow, and the animals looked alive.
Wait here. I've got something for you.
But that summer, there was one thing River was forbidden to even think about.
To be crystal clear, you were absolutely not allowed to let him anywhere near a gun or anything to do with hunting.
Richard, that's impossible. This is a hunting lodge after all.
You know what I mean.
Will you help me finish it?
Days went by, and River couldn't get enough of nature. He already felt it was his best summer yet, but it was about to get even better.
Ah!
That's how he met April and Noah.
Hi, I'm River. Ah!
Why do I always have to be the animal? Because you're the youngest.
Poor girl.
Why? This is what hunters do, isn't it?
No, real hunters are ethical. They wouldn't make an animal suffer like this and not even retrieve it afterwards.
River kept making the best memories he could that summer. He was also determined to find out more about his mother, as his father and grandfather never spoke of her.
I didn't know my mother hunted too.
Oh, you found the album.
Why do we never talk about her?
You'll have to ask your grandfather about that. But you can ask me anything else, sweetheart.
But this secret had to wait for another day. Time flew by, and soon the summer was at an end.
Wow! Try yelling something.
Ahoy!
On the last day, they made a new friend and named her Echo.
So yeah, with these comics, pay special attention to the other kids, especially Noah, because that will become relevant later. Now, as you can see, we also unlocked a bunch of stuff in the encyclopedia, namely character descriptions. The one thing that does annoy me a little about these, you can read up here, it basically always lists the favorite animal, favorite firearm, occupation, contact location, and a little biography. The one thing that always annoys me here a little is that these portraits don't look like what the people actually look like in the comic or in the game. So sometimes you can have like 3 different versions of a single character, which is a bit annoying. All right, let's see. We need to go to the meadows where we can find Hollywood, which is over there, which is nice. What do we actually have for hunting? Okay, we still have all the right setup for this mission. All right. In that case, we are going to make some marks over here. We're not going to get to all of these. I can already guarantee you that. But I would like to get to these 2 at least, because we are going to get a separate mission before we even get there. Oh, there's our mule deer again. I think we already shot one from that herd, so. I think we only had one responding to the caller there, and we already took him out. So what we're doing now is the main mission. It's useful to actually advance this a little bit because, as I said before, it will branch off into 3 different branches. And 2 of those branches are not so much related to hunting as they are just go to specific places and do specific things. So it's always useful to get those out of the way first. In the meantime, we are going to go with our usual approach of 50 meters walking, 5 seconds stopping, so that if we hear anything that we need along the way, like for example foxes or something, we can just pick them up as we go along. Why are all of you female? Also, you look pretty dark for a mature. Are you? You are not a mela, are you? You're not a melanistic mule deer, are you? No, you're not dark enough for that. Let me go with the gun. We have more magnification on our gun scope. No, you are not a mela. You're just standing in the shadow. And you're not grey enough to be super old. So this one actually seems to have pretty good genes. Let's try the caller just to be sure. But I don't think there should be anything responding to that. Oh, we got another one over there. It's a 1-star adult. The rest are all female. Yeah, the reason why I was inspecting the 2-star a little bit more closely is because mule deer in this game have a fur variation called melanistic, which means a deer that is almost entirely black. So I wanted to make sure that he's not a melanistic, but he would be darker than that if he were melanistic. If we find a melanistic and it's a female, we're going to shoot her right away. If it's a male, we're going to grow them to see how many stars they will eventually end up with. So yeah, oh, there's another male. 1-star young. Okay, none of them want anything from us, so none of them are low fit, it seems. So we can just move on. If I remember correctly, there's also some foxes around here. And we do still need foxes. We did do all of our pheasant missions, so those are no longer necessary. We can just ignore them. I think we did do the Georgian Hunter one, right? Yes. Awesome. Pick up this need zone. So unless there's a 1-star mature here, or a 3-star mature. Okay. It's a pretty good pheasant. But yeah, once we no longer have a mission for an animal, then we are only going to shoot 1-star matures, 5-star matures, or rares. 1-star matures because that's just good herd management, 5-star matures because I want them for the wall, and rares also because I want them for the wall. One-star adult. You could be literally anything. Oh! We might be able to get an unspooked badger. Let's put up a stand so we can actually see something. There's some ducks over there. which we're not really that interested in right now. Where is that badger? Must be behind these bushes. Oh, there he goes. Adult female. You know what? The mission only said unspooked. The mission never said anything about the age or sex of the badger. So I might actually be tempted to take this adult female here. 1-star adult. Yeah, 1-star adult is a gamble. That could be literally anything. Let's move our stand a little. So we have a better sight line. That's the adult male. Where's the female? I know we had an adult female here as well. Oh, there she is. Okay. Normally I would try to get up close and use the shotgun, but we need them unspooked, unalerted, so... Can you please go out from behind these rocks? Please move somewhere else. Oh, there she goes. And she moves into the bushes. There she is. I cannot see you from there. Please move somewhere where I can actually see you. Meanwhile, the 1-star adult is just out in the open, like he's basically inviting me to shoot him. But I do not want to risk it. I mean, I could try it just to show you guys what a colossally bad idea it can be. But honestly, I'd rather just wait and see if she's actually going to move. There she is. Much better. So this is a tier 6 gun on a tier 3 animal, which is why the shot placement is not all that important. That animal is gonna die from meat loss anyway. Like, we're gonna have a quarter of a badger left. Ducks are somewhere over there, but we will get to a better spot for ducks soon, so I'm just going to ignore those for now. Where's my unspooked badgers mission? There it is. Yeah. We've got 1/10 of the meat left. Sorry, my dear. And the male is over here. Oh no, that's another female. Okay. So there were 2 females in this herd. Well, herd. I'm not sure what you call a group of badgers. I just call almost everything on this map a herd because it's herd management. So I'm aware that the terminology is often not correct. Let's see if we got any more need zones along this river if we're already walking along here. Yep, there we go, we've got some more. But it is 9 o'clock, so that's a little bit too early for most of the antlered species. It used to be that 9 o'clock was the drinking time for all the deer species, but that was changed a while ago. Oh, another badger drinking zone, okay. Oh, and we should switch back to this mission. Find an animal path. Yeah, we'll get there, don't worry. Oh, that's a duck zone. I think that's a new encyclopedia entry. Or maybe not, it seems we already had the ducks. That's an elk. Somewhere over here, I think. Yeah, there. So for me, it's usually pretty easy to tell whether an animal is left or right or behind me, because it does actually play in the specific earphone, depending on where the animal is. Oh, that might actually be Hollywood's herd. How far away are you? 260, okay. That is doable, but let's try not to spook these guys. Because if that is Hollywood's herd, then we can shoot him right away. So let's actually proceed a little bit more slowly. So we're just gonna do 20 meters instead of 50 meters, and let's actually go towards our objective, because we might be able to take them from the hunting stand. But I'll have to check if that's even the right herd. It should probably be Hollywood's herd for. It's a female mule deer. Where are the rest of you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we're already pretty close. Female, female, female. If it's an all-female herd, then it's Hollywood's herd. Yeah, this is Hollywood's herd. And he will likely spawn in once we get the mission to actually shoot him. We will not be able to get them from that stand because they are across the hill. So let's just try not to spook them for now, so we actually know where they are. I know they're pretty much straight to the south from here. So that once we actually get him spawned in, we'll be able to just go straight for him and shoot him. Yeah, let me actually put a marker down there. That's where you guys are. Oh, gals, I should say. Not a single male in this herd right now. And this herd, once we have shot Hollywood, will always be female only, because the only male that can spawn in that herd is Hollywood. And he is a mission animal, so he only spawns once. Oh, they caught our scent. Let's try to keep track of where they are actually going. So when an animal in this game catches your scent, they will not spook, or at least not. Now they have also heard us. Awesome. Let's try to keep track of where they are going, otherwise we'll have to reset and come back here. So they're going roughly over here. Oh, that's just gonna make it obnoxious to hunt them. Well, that sucks.
An animal path. If I follow it, we'll always find signs of animals.
So yeah, these paths and the tracks that are on them, the animal tracks, the hoof prints and such like that, they are not dynamic. They do not indicate that there was an animal there recently. They connect the specific need zones. So if you find, for example, one need zone and you want to find the other ones, you can just follow the tracks from that need zone and they will lead you to the next one. I remember I did that when I first started the game, back when I had the infamous chimichurri bear mission.
Now I know they drink here, and I can return another time.
Yeah, it might actually be best if we return here during drinking time. Because then we can use the stand to get a kill on Hollywood. An eating zone for wolves, okay. So let's get rid of these for now. Go back to the lodge. Wow. Sleep until sunrise or wake up between 6 and 9? Seriously? Are you for real? You want me to skip an entire day? Fine, we'll do it. Just so that we can advance these missions, because otherwise it's... I wish we had done that sooner, because then we could have slept until before 9 o'clock. Okay, let me just quickly go to the toolbox. Oh, not this one. I need my time tracking wolf. We're going to day 5.